The Dr. Fazil TV show is brought to you by POYA, People of Yuma Health Association. The Dr. Fazil TV show is intended for health educational purposes only and complies with all the HIPAA regulations.
Why are we still struggling with the weight in such an advanced society, right? The reason is deliberate lack of information to the community, deliberate. Food industry is a giant multi-billion-dollar industry. They have an agenda to make money, right? And I give you an example. I mean, you go to any food chain. What I'm saying is, if you go there, try to get a small size, and you will always get a resistance. There's a high school kid on the other side of the intercom, and they have been trained, try to sell the jumbo size. Last time I went to McDonald's with my son, and it's always a conversation. I wanted him to buy. He buys 10-piece chicken nuggets. I want a large French fries and a small Diet Coke, right? It's an odd combination. It's like one is small, one is big, one is medium, and well, they should take the order. Every time they say, no, you take the big size, and why you do that? You're stupid. I'm like, why would you say that? And the salesperson said, the price is the same. It's the same price. And I tried to explain to him that, my son is trying to stay healthy. I want to keep him healthy. I want to keep the calories low, and that's the reason. And it's always an argument. So this is a day-to-day struggle. So the whole industry, food industry, is designed us to eat more. Because when you eat more, you're bigger. When you're bigger, you need to eat more. It's a vicious cycle, right? Food addiction is the same thing as any addiction. Food addiction, we get addict to food. Then come another market, another industry, the weight loss industry, right? And generally, the weight loss industry is split into two sections. Either you get your a special diet program, or you have your stomach chopped off. Pretty much those two options. So that intentionally there's a lack of not giving the exact knowledge how to lose weight. So one life, one body. So we have to be super careful, more careful than we are careful with our cars, right? Make sense? Mm-hmm. So now the question is, why don't we know how to lose weight? As I said, nobody have given us the information. Starting with the food program, diet programs, they give you a box, and that will work for you. I can guarantee you that if you go on any commercial programs, you will lose weight. There are so many out there. And the reason is they have restricted calories. You're supposed to take 3 boxes a day. Wouldn't taste good. It will cost you quite a bit, and you will lose weight. Why? Because they have less calories than you would normally eat, and they already calculated calories for you. It's generally 1,200 calories a day. Remember, 1,200 calories a day diet is the diet which is going to make most people lose weight. 95% of the population we have, their basal metabolic rate is more than 1,200. So if you're burning 1,600 calories a day, basal metabolic rate, BMR, is a concept. You have to know that. That means how much calories you need to take every day to stay alive. Bigger people have bigger BMRs, smaller people have smaller, but mostly it is around 1,600 calories a day. I mean, if you're a big size, you might have 2,200 calories BMR a day. And there's a formula. Our software calculates that. It's an approximation, but it is kind of close to real numbers. So simple math: if you eat less than what you burn, or if you burn more than what you eat, you're going to lose weight, right? So there are 2 concepts. What is your basal metabolic rate, and how much you need to eat? So if you eat even 100 calories less than what you burn, you're going to lose weight. Might not be fast enough, but you're still going to lose weight. So generally 1,200 calories is a magic number. There's another diet known as keto diet, which is 800 calories and low. and we're going to get to that level why it is unique than a regular diet, right? So, so the next question would be, okay, well, you ask a doctor or somebody and he says, take 1200 calories a day. How would you calculate 1200 calories? Because in other programs, you were given a box to eat and it's already have calculation for you. The downside of that program is it is artificial. You have to buy it. It doesn't taste good. It's not your natural lifestyle. And if you travel, you wouldn't be able to travel with it, and you're going to gain weight right back. So most people, when they take those programs, they lose weight for a few months, and then they get bored. They want to eat something what they want to eat, and they start to gain weight because they were never trained in the first place how to calculate the calories. Then there's another industry of exercise. I mean, you see the videos and the people are like, they're doing crazy exercise. I mean, I don't know anybody can even do that with their backs hurting and everything. So, and there's no way you can lose weight with that exercise. You will tone your muscles. You will maybe have a cardiovascular exercise, but you can run and you do the same thing. You don't have to, do push-up on one hand and, wouldn't make any difference. It's more of a show-off. So, in bigger picture of weight loss, the exercise does not have a bigger role. And the reason is that we are a very efficient machine. Human beings are designed very efficiently. In evolution, in evolution, if you believe in evolution, we have evolved to eat very low amount of calories and survive because thousands of years ago there was no McDonald's, there was no fast foods. Food was very rare. You have to hunt, you have to run, you have to kill what you can eat. So there was a lot of exercise involved to get the food in the first place. Second, it was not readily available. And so body have changed that you can take minimum amount of calories and you can survive quite a bit. Well, at that time it was a survival factor. I mean, that helped us to survive those conditions. But in the last few hundred years, the industry have changed. The food is everywhere. We socialize with food. We love food, right? We go there, one party, we go there at the potluck, and you have to bring your own food, and you have to take this food. And I say potluck is only if you have a pot and you're lucky. So yeah, that's potluck, right? No. All right, so move on to the next topic. So question, the next thing is, now this is our downside. Since we have very high efficiency system, if we eat one donut, which have 500 calories, you can actually run around 15 miles with that one donut. So that means if you eat 2 donuts, you can run 30 miles. You can go from here to Dateland on 2 donuts, right? So that means if I tell you that you got to do exercise to lose weight, if you're off by a few donuts every day, you're running to Phoenix back and forth, right? Which is not possible. If it's not possible, then it's not doable. It's not doable, then let's not even talk about it, right? So now we're back to square one. It's all about calories, right? So we discussed it, the basal metabolic rate, we discussed 1200 calories is the magic number. Now the next step is how to calculate 1200 calories, right? So, and now also I want to make a point why we have not been told, because they don't want us to know that. They don't want us to know that. It's not in their best interest. And if you do have questions, please do not give away your personal information. Don't give your social security, your driving license number, your home address. I'm just kidding. I know you wouldn't, but don't give your name either. So, Weight Loss Center of Yuma's Divina Bioclinic. These are the old pictures of some patients. I mean, we have quite a bit of patients which have lost weight. These are one of our patients before and after. This is no Photoshop. That was within 6 months. This gentleman is still my patient. I see him for other things, but he was for weight loss. He lost weight dramatically. That's real pictures before and after. He's off from the program. We have a guideline. We don't say about the weight anymore. We call it body mass index, which is the ratio between height and weight. So if body mass index is less than 30, the patient do not qualify medically for weight loss, so we have to say you're graduated if the BMI is less than 30. So this gentleman dropped way less than 30. I mean, he was off the program. He keep losing weight, and I saw him I think few weeks ago. Like I think it was a year follow-up, and he was actually more thinner than on this picture. So that the point is very clear that since it was a real training for the patient, not a fake diet to buy or fake exercise to do, this thing got engraved into his brain how to calculate calories and the benefit of weight loss. It was the first time when he lost his weight, he could sleep without the CPAP machine, and and he could see his legs too, feet too. Obviously, the anatomy changes. You change everything. You can buy normal clothes. You can do a lot of things which he couldn't do in the past. So the point is that this program works even if you're not seeing a doctor. So the BMI is a ratio between your height and weight. Just to make it round figure, 25 BMI is normal. If you're at 25, you're good. Less than 25, you have room to eat food. 25 to 30, you're overweight, not obese. Now, obesity is the medical term. Above 30, you're obese. Above 40, you're morbidly obese. And between 30 and 40, there are stage 1, 2, and 3. You don't have to remember all that. Remember 25, 30, 40. 25 is good, 25 to 30 is okay, 30 and above is bad, 40 above is really bad, right? So medical weight loss start at BMI of 30 and above. So that's the classification. We discussed about exercise versus diet. We know exercises have no role in weight loss. I mean, exercise is not bad. It's good for your heart and lungs and muscle tone, and that should be added to your daily health routine. But don't expect results from the weight loss for weight loss. And the reason it's important to know that, because if you don't realize this fact, you're going to be frustrated. You're going to say, every day I walk 5 miles a day, I bike 4 miles, and I'm still not losing weight. So, because as we are very efficient machine. So if you're going to do exercise on the bike cycle, make your tire flat. You're probably going to lose more weight. Seriously, I've done it in the past. Went to Catalina and have a bike, and I thought I'm going to do my exercise. It was a downhill ride anyway. I knew I was going to make it. But
that doesn't help on my uphill ones.
I know. But when I was going out of my downhill track, somebody said, "Hey, you got a flat tire." I said, "It's good. I'm going to do a lot more exercise." I knew it was downhill anyway, and it was an electric bike, so I made it 2 hours. Go to the Avalon. That's a city at the base of the Catalina. But the point was, like, if you're going to do exercise, see, the bicycles are very efficient machines. They are designed for going long distance by using minimum energy. So if you're going to do bicycling, don't expect too many calories burning. Only way you can do is if you're going to do uphill, or you're going to have a flat tire and you want to do it, and people are going to stop and say, "Hey, you got a flat tire," and you're going to keep doing it. You can keep doing it. But besides that, it has no role in weight loss, or very minimal role. So again, so I wish I could tell it, but here's the thing. So this is the health, and we got to do weight loss, and we can do with diet or exercise. And I made a little slide that you can go from diet to weight loss and then to health, and there's no role of exercise. And the other thing is this: the whole thing is not straight line; it's a curvy line. So don't expect weight loss every single week. If you're going to weigh yourself, some weeks you're going to gain weight. Females, they gain weight in the menstrual period. Remember that. If you're on your menstrual cycle, you're going to have 4 or 5 pounds above your last week weight. Don't get frustrated. If you are constipated, your weight is going to go up. If you have edema, swelling, medication side effect, you're going to swell up. Plus, some week you're going to eat more, some week you're going to eat less, but eventually it's going to lose weight. So don't be frustrated. It's not a straight line. It's a curvy line. All right. We discussed the diet, and we discussed the This guy is trying to make a decision between healthy food and non-healthy. It's in a tightrope. So we talked about calories, and we talked about 1200 calories, right? 1200 calories is the magic number. And we talked about the basal metabolic rate, right? This is what we need to burn every day to stay alive. For our breathing, for our heart to beat, for our intestine to work, we need certain energy to stay alive, to brain to function. And generally it's around 1600 calories for average size person. For a big person, it's around 2200 calories a day. So if we stay below your basal metabolic rate, you're gonna lose weight. And now let's talk about ninja calories. This is a term I made 2 years ago. What are the ninja calories? Ninja calories are the calories which you did not seek, the one which just silently came into your food. For example, if you go to a restaurant and you order a food, for example salad, a nice waitress will come in and she want to crush or churn cheese on your thing, and she will say, "Let me know when you need me to stop," in a husky way. I said, "No, keep doing it till your salad is full of calories and it is not supposed to be there, but it just got entered into your food." Or try going to, for example, most famous food chains, drive-thrus, and there's always a deal: buy one get one free. And if you refuse it, they will ask that you are financially screwed. You don't know the math. You're getting twice as much for the same money. What's wrong with you? And you want to act business savvy. Say, "Yeah, I'll take two. I'll eat extra just for heck of it." Now that's the food you didn't plan to take and just enter into your food. That's the ninja calories. So watch out for ninja calories. Ketogenic diet. Everybody asks about keto diet. That's a new thing. We are almost toward the end of the discussion, so I know it's a little lengthier, but we got 3 more slides to go. So we're gonna wrap it up quickly. After that, we have food, and you can ask questions before we go. So the keto diet is, there's a threshold in our body. If we eat less than 800 calories, our metabolic pathway changes from a regular pathway to a ketogenic pathway. It's like fission reaction or fusion reaction, right? I mean, you can produce electricity through steam or burning coals, but if you use the atomic reaction, you're gonna produce a lot more energy from very small amount of material. Same thing is our body. So once our body senses we have 800 calories, it activates a ketogenic pathway and it burns fat a lot more faster. Initially, we're gonna be a little dizzy and sleepy and lack of energy, but once this mechanism kicks in, we're gonna be very strong, very energetic, and at the same time, weight loss become very fast. That's how the Atkins diets work. Atkins diets works, all the ketogenic diets work. The trick is just 800 calories. There's no other science in it. There's no other magic. You can make it fancy. You can make little vitamins in there and package it nicely. But at the end of the day, 800 calories or less diet. That's it. Nothing, no difference. And this is a real picture. You can go on ketogenic diet. If you're getting married and you have 3 months to do it, this was done on ketogenic diet before and after. That's the only time you want to do ketogenic diet, because it's not healthy and you're going to regain your weight again. So do naturally, do slowly, because you can maintain it. So I wouldn't recommend ketogenic diet unless you are in a rush mode, like getting married and you want to get in a good shape. There's a phone app, MyFitnessPal. Most people use that. That will help you to calculate the calories. Not after, but before you eat, check every single food and make sure your budget is 1200 calories. When we do the weight loss program, we do train patients how to use MyFitnessPal. It's a free app you can download on your iPhone if you have iPhone. If you don't have iPhone, you can go online. It's also available on website as well on your computers. MyFitnessPal. Remember that, please. Now, worst case scenario, and this is also available online, as said, on the computer. If you can't write it, if you don't have computers, then just handwrite it, bring it to the program, and the program instructor can actually reverse engineer it and tell you how much calories you have. Most people tend to eat same amount of food, same kind of food in a given period of time. Once they know this is 300 calories, this is 400 calories, this is 5,000 calories, let's stay away from this one. I'm going to stick with that. Then you don't have to keep remembering things. You already know that. So do that, please, and then we are done. Thank you so much. Questions, please. Questions, and then also next topic would be on July 26th, same time, same place, session 2 of weight loss, and we're going to talk more tricks about losing weight. This was just diet. Next time we're gonna talk about exercise. What is the real role of exercise, and if you're gonna adapt to an exercise, which is the best exercise, and then what are the other tools to lose weight, how to beat the system. That will be your next topic. And after this question and answer session, we have lunch outside, please. But go ahead, and I'm done. Thank you so much for coming in. Thanks. Yes.
I have a question, Doc. We were talking on the way here, and we were wondering if you retain weight, does that cause your BMI to go up? Or water? Does that cause your BMI to go up or down?
It will make your BMI. The BMI is calculated simple. Is a simple formula. Your weight is, it's a little complicated, but the denominators and numerator is your weight and height. It does not differentiate between your weight from fat or from your from your muscles. So that's why when we do weigh the patient. We have a special machine. It does a fat analysis at the same time. So like I saw a patient today. She's been going to gym 5 days a week, and she looks very muscular. She have gained 5 pounds since last time. She was not menstruating, and she have lost the waistline. We did the waistline, and her fat content has dropped. So we asked her and she told she was going to gym. So her fat has been replaced by the muscle. So she actually gained weight, but this is a healthy gain weight. So the only way you can tell if your waistline is dropping and you're feeling more energetic, and if you do on the machine, your fat content was 40%, now it's 35%. So we know the 5% has been replaced by 10% of muscle mass. So yes, the BMI will go up if you gain weight, no matter what. Even if you're constipated, the machine will say the BMI is higher. Or if your height changes, which doesn't change, but I mean, if it was inaccurately taken last time and now it's different, then it will also make a difference. Yes.
Fazil, are you aware of intermediate fasting?
Yes, we have discussed that in the past. We did a special seminar on different kind of diets actually, and one of them was intermittent fasting. I don't see any scientific advantage. I think it is more of a personal decision, because basically you're depriving yourself of food, and then you want to make sure you don't crash, and you're eating again, and you're fasting and eating again. So on a given period of time, you're eating less calories than what you're burning. That's how you lose weight. It's like how you make muscles. You can do push-ups or you can do the bench press, right? Both ways you are putting muscle strain on your muscles. In one fashion you're using gravity, in another way you're using free weights. So both are like different reflections of the same process. Intermittent fasting, continuous fasting, low calorie diet every day, ketogenic diet, you're all depriving your body from the calories and burning more what you're eating, so you lose weight. So I think intermittent fasting is more tolerable because you're not fasting throughout that, like through long period of time, and is more sustainable. So that's why people like it. But I don't see any scientific advantage of one kind of fasting over other kind of fasting. Good question though. Any other questions? Yes.
Is there anything negative about the protein drinks as a meal replacement?
Good question. So basically, if everything is normal, no problem with the kidneys, no problem with the liver, then for apple, your protein diet is more beneficial to lose weight than the food higher in carbohydrates. So let's say if you have to choose 1200 calories diet, right? Then you can decide, okay, what portion of the food of 1200 calories I'm going to take, fat, protein, or carbohydrate. Now, carbohydrates comes in two different flavors, simple and complex. Simple are like sugar, complex is like an apple, right? So simple sugar are very high in causing weight gain. So that's because they release your insulin right away, and insulin causes weight gain. Complex carbohydrate like apple works slowly, wouldn't cause that much weight gain. coming to the protein, that's the second tier. It always, any food which makes your insulin to go high, that will cause weight gain. Insulin is an anabolic hormone. So you have to think that way. So any food, paradoxically, the food high in fat will make you lose more fat. And that's how the trick is in Atkins diet. It's a low calorie diet, but it's all fatty food. People love it because, hey, you can eat ice cream and lose weight at the same time, right? You can beat that diet. So it depends on your general health condition. Now, if you have kidney problem or liver problem, you shouldn't be eating high protein diet. If you have heart problem, you shouldn't be eating the high cholesterol diet. But if you want to beat the system, then you eat the high fat diet, keep the calories 1200 or less. You're going to lose a lot more faster than just the carbohydrate diet because you are not releasing insulin that much. So that's your answer. Good question. Any questions? Going one, going two, going. Okay, so we'll call it a day. Thank you so much for coming in. And let's have some ninja calories. All right. Thank you.